Talk about that tonight. That was a sensational win. You got to be on cloud nine.
Yeah, appreciate it. And nothing that I didn't expect. I came in here. I was going to finish told everyone I was going to finish in the first round. That's what I came in to do. Put on the show. A couple of things I saw that I could have used earlier, but still just waited for it and let it come instead of trying to push for it.
Was there a strength differential? It looked like when you had that crossface on there, he was just really unable to deal.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised. I actually cut a bit more weight for this fight, so I'm a little bit heavier, not anything crazy, but I felt a lot stronger. He went to go down to the ground and was just able to push him back up. I think he was a little bit surprised as well, but I know I'm strong there, and even on top, I think a lot of people think I'm tall and skinny, so they underestimate when I'm on top, I'm pretty heavy. So.
Someone online had said, I don't know if it's true, did he actually tap with one of his other hands? Is that why they stopped it?
Oh, really? I'm not sure. I was tapping his face with my elbow, so that was all I was doing.
I've seen a statement that said you had heard that he underestimated you ahead of the fight and didn't think you were in the same class as him. Did that kind of put a bit more excitement into you going into this one?
Yeah, a little bit. I think that's why I was having so much fun with it, because he was underestimating me. I knew that he'd been asking for a top 15 opponent, and he didn't. He said that I didn't deserve to be in there. My record is I'm still in my infancy, and as it shows in my record. But I've been doing this for a long time, so everyone else is still surprised at my skill level, but I know where I'm at. So I just keep doing it slowly and getting it done, and hopefully people will start recognising.
Have you had your eyes on any particular top 15 opponent?
No, not at all. I'd never look past the fight. I'm never going to come in and underestimate anyone. He was a jiu-jitsu fighter. I came in expecting him to be the craziest boxer ever, because you never know. So I knew he was looking for that knockout, and I was surprised when he went for the takedown. So it was nice that he actually stood up with me.
Does it feel like this was a statement for your career?
No, I try not to look at anything. Everything's a statement. If you get a win in the UFC, I think people underestimate it, stepping into that octagon on the biggest stage in the world. So every win's, I take it as it is.
Are you looking for like a name opponent, or like someone who, if you beat them, it would demonstrate your skill level?
Anyone.
Yeah. What about like a Misha Serkinov fight? Is that interesting?
I want to say I know who that is, but yeah. No, I'm pretty bad. Honestly, I don't even watch many fights. My coaching staff takes care of all of that. Most of the opponents, when I came in, didn't even know who Paul Craig was when I fought him. I watched 30 seconds of him, and my coaching staff told me what they think might work, and I just go in there and do that. So hopefully I'll start watching a bit more tape on my fighters, just so I know a little bit more of what to expect. But like I said with Paul Craig, he's supposed to be a ground fighter and just jiu-jitsu, and he ended up standing just with me, so that's what I expect. You never know what you're going to get in a fight, and it is that, just a fight.
Are you a fan of the sport, or do you just like it?
I'm not a fan. I just love martial arts. I've been getting punched in my face since I was a little kid, so it's just what I love to do. When kids were kicking the football in the backyard, me and my brothers and sisters were choking each other out. So.
You told me that you wanted to help put Australia on the map and to get a lot of people back home excited about MMA. Do you think that this performance is one that'll help to do that back home?
Yeah, I think so. I've always looked up to pioneers of the sport from Australia, but when I come over here and I watch, when you go down to a bar or anything to watch the UFC, it's pretty amazing to see how many people actually follow the sport. In Australia, it still hasn't been really big, but hopefully when the crowd starts to get me, either the Pacific Islanders and Australia, I've got both sides of my family. Hopefully, once everyone gets behind me, win or lose, it makes a big difference. I've got a lot of support already, but I'm just enjoying it.
Near the end of the fight, when you got on top of him, did you feel the spirit just go away from him?
Yeah, a little bit. I was surprised. I think I had him on the back, and I was holding him, and he sort of just rolled over. And I was still very wary, because I know my coaching staff told me that he likes to pull guard and play from the bottom. So I was still trying to stay heavy. But there was one moment when I had the crucifix, I heard him go and give a big bridge, and then just let go. And I thought that was a little bit of the time. So I stopped going from heavy elbows just to light ones, just pitter-pattering his face.
I know you said that you don't watch a lot of MMA, but and you may not know this. This was just the 6th finish via crucifix position in the history of the UFC, this according to Fight Metric. And I'm wondering, putting you on the spot, if you can name any of the other 5 finishes via crucifix.
I'm definitely not joking when I said I'm surprised that I'm number 6, so that's pretty cool. No,
it's
definitely
a rare
not.
thing.
Yeah.
John Jones, Gary Goodrich, a couple of them. So you're in
Yeah, man,
illustrious company.
that's amazing, and it's pretty funny because this is the first camp that I've actually practiced the crucifix. So, and I was actually practicing from the bottom, so I could get it. That's like I said in the post interview, we were practicing to get it back on top. So,
Gary
pretty cool.
Goodrich, Matt Hughes, John Jones, Paul Kelly, and Jung Young Kim, and now you.
Ooh, there's some good names up
Well
there.
done.
Awesome.
And also, you are of Samoan descent,
Yep.
correct? What is it like to be on the same card as the Super Samoan, Mark Hunt? Is this a big deal for you?
Yeah, it's crazy having Australians and another Samoan on there. Just the support and everything. It's been pretty amazing. I have the same manager as Mark. I've only met him a couple times this time again, but man, it's crazy because we have such a small nation, but to have that, even in NFL, you see that like per capita, we have so many elite athletes, and I really think once we move across to MMA, we're a lot in rugby league and rugby union, but once they get that skill set and the knowledge, I think we're going to be a dominant force.
Are you a rugby fan?
Yeah, used to play
Do you know
rugby.
about the tournament going on?
Yeah, I did.
Have you met any of the players, or are you going to?
No, not at the moment. I like rugby, but I'm not a massive fan. Like pretty much like MMA.
Are you Australian team or All Blacks?
I'm gonna have to go Australia. 'Cause, that's New Zealand.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of Samoans and Islanders in the New Zealand team, so I've got a lot of friends that have played in there. My younger cousin Dallin Zalesniak, he plays for New Zealand, so yeah.
Can you explain some of your tattoos, especially the ones on your lower back? Are those traditional?
Yeah, I actually got it done with my dad. It's probably one of the worst experiences I've had in my life, but it's amazing having the first one in the octagon and to just represent. It's awesome. So.
How about this one on your arm with the Pedro and it looks like a wolf?
Yeah, so the top, they're all my cousin. That's the same as the hat I wear. Actually, I haven't explained that story in the UFC. My cousin was killed in Afghanistan in 2010. His was in the American military. His mum, who's here tonight, sent me this hat, and I've worn it to every fight. So I've got him tattooed on me as well. So that's what the deal with the hat is.
Do you have to ask for permission to wear it?
Yeah, I did. I had to get it approved. So.
And they obviously said yes.
Yep.
Was it a tough thing to get approved?
No, not really. They were pretty helpful with it. I was a bit worried that I wasn't going to get to wear it, but I was really happy once I explained what it was. So they were very helpful.
Did he wear that hat?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got the jump wings on it too.
Yep.
You're still only 6 fights deep in your career, right? How active are you trying to be in 2017?
I want to try and get another 2 in at least. This is I've made the jump up to UFC, and now I've got 2 fights in it. That's all I want to do is just keep getting more and more. So I'm excited what it has to offer. I think I'll probably be heading back over to Jackson Wink again, and it was awesome having Coach Wink, my dad, and Sully from Australia. So we've got a good team happening.
You get ready for the top 15?
I have no idea. Every time I've been underestimated with my ability, so you won't find out until you step in there with someone. But I'm excited to. I've got my brother-in-law here as well, who's just signed with the UFC, Taito Ivasa. He's a heavyweight, and that's what I want to do. I want to be on the same card with him. I think that'll be sick. So can't wait.
There's a fight. Should there be a fight that opens up in Auckland later on this year? Is that a fight card that you're going to try to push for?
Yeah, I've heard they've been throwing it around. June would be a perfect time for me. There's another one in Singapore, so any time around there, I'm looking forward to it. Ready to stay active and keep going.
And there's a very well-known light heavyweight that trains at Jackson's. Guy John Jones. Did you ever cross paths with him? I think he's from that area.
Yeah, I saw him in there a couple of times. I didn't get to train with him. I hope I do in the future. They're very good with putting the people in there and making you a better athlete, and I hope so. He seems like a really good guy, and I didn't get to see him too often, but I heard he has a fight coming up mid-year, so it would be awesome to be around that time as well.
We put in a petition to keep the Walkout song.
Oh man, I'm not sure. I didn't even know if the crowd really enjoyed it. I heard just before I walked out, my manager came in and told me, he goes, "Do you know the song hasn't been released in America?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm going to walk out there, everyone's just going to be quiet." I go, "Why are they playing Sexual?"
What was your walkout song?
Sexual by Naked. So no one. I walked into the UFC office and I was like, "Let me ask you a question. Has anyone heard this song before?" I played it. No one had any idea. So I was a bit worried about that one. I was only going to play it just to show the Americans and then hopefully move on to a new song. But I know people seem to be enjoying it, and I like how much it lifts me up. It's not an angry song, and I like being happy. So
And you're winning.
yeah, that's true. All good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.